So hello everyone, before I get into this video today, note that this is part one of my two-part Figure Festival's personal highlights. So this part will be going over FGO Fest and Good Small's wonderful hobby life for you 37. So of course I do mention Wonder Festival Summer 2023, but I had to keep that as its own separate video just because I had a lot more figures on there and I talked a long time and it pretty much is going to be an hour-long video, so for those who like long videos, I do hope you look forward to that one. So I also might not do an outro for this part of the video, but let me know in the comments what were your favorite figures from these two sort of figure festivals. Specifically, I am interested to see what everyone is really anticipating to be put up for pre-order in the future. And if you do enjoy my content, feel free to consider subscribing to my channel to keep up with all of my figure collecting or just collecting stuff in general shenanigans. And now without further ado, let us get into the first part of my personal highlights from these figure festivals. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Sakura Unboxing. So welcome to the obligatory figure festival recap sort of video. I'll be going over my personal highlights from 3 different figure festivals. So one surprise one was FGO Fest. I don't think it's really a figure festival, but it sort of celebrates Fate Grand Order, for those who don't know what it's short for. And I did see some figures from there that were revealed there, so I thought I'd mention them in their own separate list. Then of course there's Good Smile's Wonderful Hobby Life for You 37, and then the Wonder Festival Summer 2023, so yeah. I split those into different lists. Of course, they'll be listed in the description of this video if you guys want to check out what were some of my favorite announcements from these festivals. So yeah, hoping to get through some of these at a relatively good pace because there's a lot to talk about. So yeah, without further ado, let us get started. So we're going to be starting off with FGO Fest 2023, and there's a couple of figures I want to talk about in this list. Some of these figures do appear in, like, Good Small's Wonderful Hobby Life for You and the, Wonder Festival in general, but I thought I'd just kind of put these guys in their own category because they're all characters from the Fate series, so I thought I'd talk about them in this section. So there's one I'll be saving for last, but we'll be starting off with a Nendoroid, the Fate Grand Order Balbon Sith Nendoroid, Archer by Good Small Company. So this is the character design. I actually have this character in game. I think it's a very lovely character design. I'll put, the Ascension because each character has like an Ascension where they change their outfits. I believe this is the first Ascension version of this character, but yeah, I really like her colors and overall design. I don't think I'll be picking this one up, but yeah, it's kind of exciting that, I pulled this character and now it's getting a nice little figure. After that, we have, the rest are going to be scale figures. That was the only Nendoroid. We have the Fate Grand Order Bradamante Lancer, made by Amakuni. So yeah, very grand character design. She has this big sort of like star shield. I don't have this character in game, but funnily enough, I believe this character, the design is originally made by Saitom, so if you're a big Saitom fan or you kind of recognize that it might be his art style, then you have this figure. I'm not too sure if there's any, yeah, okay, but I'll probably put a picture up, of this character colored and such and what Ascension she is, but so far it's looking very beautiful. The sculpt looks overall great. After that, we have some other announcements, specifically by Kadokawa, so the Fate Grand Order Anastasia Nikolavena Romanova, oh my god, it's a long name, Katie Cole Archer by Kadokawa. Yeah, so we have this kind of picture to work off of. I'll see if I can put, like, maybe while I'm talking, a better one up on screen. But yeah, the design is very cute. I do kind of like the sort of like summer theme with the shaved ice and such, and cute character design overall. Next up, we have another Kadokawa announcement. I'm really surprised that no one puts like a high quality picture of these guys up on the pictures section. This is the Fate Grand Order Okita Soji Saber Altar, again by Katakawa. I don't have this character in game, so I'm not 100% sure what ascension this is. Interesting design. I do kind of like the orange and black color scheme overall, but for me it's probably gonna be a skip. I guess not my favorite like character design, or not one I'm really interested in picking up. Next, I'm gonna skip that one. We're gonna come back to the one that starred, but yeah, Baobon Sith Archer got a scale prototype by Amakuni, and I think this one looks fantastic. The sculpt I think looks excellent. I can see all of the details. I'll go to also there's only one picture, okay. Yeah. But I do think that the character design is overall, you know, fantastic. I think her face looks perfect. The pose, it pretty much follows the design overall, but so far with this one, the sculpt is absolutely fantastic. I'm very interested to see how this one looks painted. I hope it's painted very well, but she definitely looks awesome overall. And now we have the big one that I was very much anticipating, and it's probably one of my top figures for the entire figure festivals that were, you know, showing off figures. We have the Fate Grand Order Oberon Altair 1/8 Pretender by Alter. So Altair is Alter's male figure line. Oh my god, when this dropped, I freaked out, because I've been really anticipating this guy getting a figure. So this is Oberon's third ascension, which looks absolutely fantastic, and I managed to pull him in game. I was freaking out a little bit, because I really wanted him. I've yet to bring him to third ascension just because I am, you know, far away from the requirements to do so. But this scale figure of him is absolutely gorgeous from what I'm seeing. So I'll bring up some pictures of him. So because we need close-ups of this man. Like, yeah, look at the little. Ugh, he looks so good. Like the wings, like you can see the veins in them. His jacket, the fluffiness of it. Oh, I'm so forward. I'm really looking forward to seeing him colored. I really hope the face looks good. In this prototype, it's like, eh. I really hope, you know, maybe it's just because it's not colored, so that's the reason why. But God, the hair sculpt looks good. His crown looks fantastic. Like, I feel like this is the definitive Oberon figure if you were to get a figure of him. That's a little bit of a blurry picture, but I'm so excited that he's finally, you know, got this figure like prototyped and such. Oh, and I just noticed he has like the little, oh god, why'd that follow me? Okay. I can't really zoom in because of this stupid thing on the side. He's got his little moth underneath his wing. I just realized that. Oh, the detail on the base is fantastic. Oh my god, I'm just... It's gonna be a really big figure, for a 1/8. I feel like Alter and, you know, some other figure manufacturers do this, where for the most part male characters get like a 1/8 because they're relatively tall, but I don't know, is there a good picture I can like end on? I am like so hyped for this. So with this figure, I'm really scared of the price. Some people saying it's gonna be like, oh, 40k to 50k yen. I really hope that's not the case. I'm really hoping, I mean, I'm trying to be like optimistic. I'm like hoping for maybe 250, you know, 300. I mean, that's just the, oh god, because you know, I was really looking forward to this, but then now seeing how much like details in this and his overall sculpt, it's gonna be quite a pricey figure. Now, quickly going into like Fate figures, they tend to like drop, you know, quite a bit in the aftermarket. So it's like, should I wait for him to release and maybe get him cheaper? I don't know, because there's not really a large selection of Oberon figures. You have this one, you have his Nendoroid, and then FGO is making a Noodle Stopper, and then the rest are like garage kits. So I'm just like, do I spend the money on this guy and, you know, or do I wait for him aftermarket-wise to possibly drop? So yeah, it's a very tough choice. I'll really have to think about it once he goes up for pre-order, which I hope is a very long time from now. He's still an unpainted prototype, so it's going to be quite a while. There are other Fate figures I've seen that are still unpainted. So hopefully this one doesn't come out for quite a while. You know, as much as I'd like to see him colored, I don't want 2024 to get too crazy. So yeah, overall, my top highlight, like one of my top highlights for this figure festival, I'm, really looking forward to this one. And yeah, for all the Oberon fans, I'm very happy for them. I'm very happy. So yeah, definitely, my favorite of like the Fate figures that were shown up. So yes, that was a pretty, I talked a lot about Oberon, but that was pretty much like all the Fate figures I want to talk about for FGO Fest. So now we're going to be moving on to Good Small's Wonder Hobby Life for You 37. Now we're moving on to Good Small's Wonderful Hobby Life for You 37. So I do have, quite a few to talk about. Usually the star indicates that I just threw them on my wish list because I do want them, or I'm thinking about getting them. Again, depends on the price and release date overall. So, my opinions may change of them over time, but, these are, the ones I have that, I just kind of want to quickly talk about. So starting off, we have Nendoroid Morph faceplaces for Jujutsu Kaisen characters. So for Yuji, Megumi, Nobara, and Gojo. I was like wondering when the heck these were going to come out because I feel like there need to be more JJK faceplates. So Yuji has two, one with like Sukuna on the side of his face, which I think is pretty unique. Megumi just has this very angry expression. Nobara has the roses going down her face, which I'm interested to see how that turns out. I hope it's not too messy. Yuji has like a little cute chibi face, and then Gojo has a very nice winking face, and then another sort of like blushy, embarrassed face. I don't know what's that one's from, but yeah, so if you have any of these Nendoroids, I guess you can pick these guys up. I don't have any of them, so it's a skip for me. Next up, we have this Nendoroid who's already colored from Dark Gathering, Hozuki Yayoi by Good Small Company. I think that's this is the only picture. Very cute character design. I am interested in looking into this anime. It's sort of like I'd say, like, I think it's like horror-ish. It has like a whole bunch of like, spirits and such. That's a pretty poor summary, but really interesting character design. I love the sort of skull eyes that she has, and yeah, the hair color, I really love just the purple in her hair and overall outfit design. Yeah, very interesting character design. I have to watch the anime. But this character design definitely like makes me want to watch it, so yes. Very nice looking Nendoroid so far. After that, we have this one, which is from a video game. This is 808 from Hi-Fi Rush Nendoroid. It's a very adorable little robot cat character. Now, I have seen gameplay of Hi-Fi Rush, and I kind of know what it's about. I would like to play it for myself, but yeah, it's like kind of like rhythm, sort of like action game. It looks absolutely fantastic. I really love the art style and the character designs, and little 808 here is absolutely adorable. I'm, so excited. I'm surprised they didn't go with making the main character, Chai, I believe his name is, but they went with the cat. I mean, I feel like the cat's a little bit more marketable, so yeah, very cute. I'm very interested to see how this one looks as a prototype. After that, we have this one that I'm interested in picking up because it's a Nendoroid doll. We have the Spice and Wolf Hollow Nendoroid doll. Super, super cute. I love just the fluffiness of her jacket. She does look like her tail is actually going to be, not plastic. I can see it kind of tucked away at the bottom of her jacket. But yeah, super cute. I really do like Nendoroid dolls and the clothing that they come with. It's fabric, and they're on like kind of a larger scale than normal Nendoroids. And if you do have the Hollow Nendoroid, you can probably swap the faces out with this one. But yeah, so far from what I'm seeing, I think that's the only picture. From what I'm seeing, the outfit I think looks pretty good. If you want like a sort of larger Hollow figure, and to sort of swap the faces out if you have the OG Hollow Nendoroid, then I feel like this is a nice pickup overall. And I might pick it up myself just because I really do think she's absolutely adorable. After that, we have this one right here, which is the Hatsune Miku Nendoroid Vampire version, so the very famous Deco 27 song, Vampire is getting a Nendoroid. It does have a large pop-up parade, which I do like. It is missing some details, I believe, such as like her piercings in her ear, if you can see from this, illustration. I think some of the little details are missing. And yes, I'm interested to see how this looks as a Nendoroid. I am very interested in picking it up. And yeah, so I would like to also see maybe some of other Deco 27's, versions of Miku get turned into Nendoroids, especially from the album that this is from, which is Mannequin. So that'd be kind of cool. A nice little set of, those types of characters as Nendoroids. So yeah, definitely looking forward to this one. So now moving on to the next one, I'll glance over it again. Balwanzith Nendoroid, also announced on the Wonder Hobby Life 4U37. I'm actually interested to see her faceplates. I should have mentioned like what type of expressions she's gonna have. So yeah. But this one right here, okay. So we have the Jujutsu Kaisen Toji Fushiguro Nendoroid. So this may or may not be my new favorite JJK character. This may or may not be my new favorite JJK character. So story, I bought this Toji Zion way back, so this is before, obviously, second season came out, and I just picked it up because I think the artwork looks fantastic. I have no regrets with picking this up whatsoever. Yeah, just a whole bunch of Toji fan art and fanfics and stuff, and a whole bunch of nice goodies of him. But yes, kind of my new sort of like fixation at the moment. So yes, we have the Toji Nendoroid. I do quite like the faceplate so far, that they have the scar, and it looks like it's like either, a sticker on top, or it could be like kind of actually sculpted in. It's kind of hard to tell, but he is kind of supposed to be wearing like a skin-tight black outfit. Also, okay, if you haven't watched the second season of JJK and you're anime only, you haven't read the manga, probably skip a little bit of this part because I'll be talking about, like, his character overall. All I can say is that, I don't know, I really like Toji. I do know, like, his backstory and just, like, the whole of him in the manga and such. Oh boy, this Nendoroid specifically, I'm really contemplating picking up if he has pretty much like all of the weapons that were shown off in his fight scenes, and his little worm companion, his worm cursed spirit that holds all those weapons. And I'm hoping for some good faceplates too with Toji. So yes, if this Nendoroid doesn't have like my top requirements, I'm probably gonna skip him. I don't know. There's something about this character. I feel like maybe it's because he's like, again, he's very muscular, he's kind of handsome, he's kind of smug, he's got attitude. I think I really like him, so, yeah. Interesting just to see him colored, and what accessories he has. I really hope it's not a bust at the end of the day, so, yeah. And also with Toji, I would like a very nice scale of him. I don't think I'll go the resin route. And I know Kotobukiya is making an Artifacts J of him, and I'm banking on Eastream to make a very, very nice Toji scale, because, if they do, that might be my definitive pick for a Toji scale, so yeah. Overall, I really like him, so yeah. Interested to see him colored and what he comes with. Next up, from I believe the last figure festival, Ebe, the Ebe Nendoroid got prototype. We have an unpainted prototype, which does look, she does look very, like, lifeless. I feel like that's just, like, a part of her character. So far it doesn't look too bad. I feel like this one, I definitely have to see it colored at the end of the day, so yeah. The original, it is kind of missing. I feel like they should have probably added that little sort of, like, dimmed out highlight at the sort of bottom left of her pupil a little bit more. So yeah, interested to see this colored. I mean, I think I definitely like to see this colored to see if I want to pick her up or not. Next up, we have this one that was colored, the Hatsune Miku Happy 16th Birthday Nendoroid by Good Small Company, which does look very nice overall. Do we have any other close-ups of this, by the way? I think that might be the only picture of this, yeah. So unfortunately, this is the only picture we're getting for this Nendoroid. I think it looks very cute. I do kind of like the hair sculpt, and how kind of the gradient is on there. It looks very cute overall. The wings, they are definitely looking just like a plain white that they just threw on. So there's that, but the sculpt on those look pretty good. But for me, you know, I think the design is cool. You know, I wouldn't mind having the artwork of this, but I don't think I'll be picking up a figure of her. After that, we have from... is that the Legend of Hei, I believe it's called? Xiao Hei Nendoroid by Good Small Art Shanghai. If it will load. Super cute character design. I have yet to watch this one. It's a movie, I believe, but it looks gorgeously animated, and the main character looks absolutely adorable. So yeah, it's kind of nice that he's getting a cute little Nendoroid. So next up on the list we have a VTuber Nendoroid. So this is the V Shoujo Amamiya Nizuna Nendoroid by Good Small Company. I think the character design is absolutely fantastic, and I feel like I'm a sucker for characters with heterochromia, and this one is no exception. So very nice sort of like angel design, and yeah, so far she looks absolutely adorable. I am kind of slowing down on, like, you know, VTuber sort of Nendoroids. I don't watch them, but I really appreciate like the character designs. And yeah, this one looks great. I might wait for her after release to pick her up, but you know, she's got a very cute theme overall, and so far this Nendoroid is looking excellent. I really hope, again, with some of my like VTuber kind of Nendoroids, like the, what's her name? The Ayame Nishiki, the Oni girl, Hololive character, there was definitely some paint issues with that, so I really hope that, you know, they kind of take their time more with these kind of VTuber Nendoroids, because, you know, I'm sure as a fan, you kind of want like a nice sort of figure of them with like not too many defects, so yes. But so far, you know, looks fantastic overall. I'm excited to see what else she comes with. And the last Nendoroid I have right here is another Demon Slayer Nendoroid, the Kanroji Mitsuri Nendoroid, who I think looks very cute so far. Yeah, looks good. I mean, I really don't not much else to say because there's not any other pictures. I did notice that her braids, there are ball joints in there, so you can at least pose them a little bit, which I think is nice, so they're just not stagnant. But yeah, she looks absolutely adorable so far. I'm still waiting on Moichiro to be put up for pre-order, even though he's colored. They still haven't put him up. But yeah, I'm not too sure if I'm gonna pick the two of them up, because, you know, Demon Slayer Nendoroids tend to go down in the aftermarket, but, you know, I was thinking of maybe leaning towards just getting the Hashira Nendoroid when they go up, but we'll see what happens. Now we're moving on to sort of scale figures, slash, like, you know, bigger figures. So the first one is actually a pop-up parade, the Vocaloid Hatsune Miku Future Eve version large by Good Small Company. Good grief, this figure looks like it's going to take up a lot of horizontal space. You could probably maybe slide some Nendoroids underneath her to kind of, you know, what is it called? Fill up that space? But good god, those pigtails are absolutely massive. I don't think there's like an art, you know, what is it? Original, like, you know, colored, like, illustration for her. But it's definitely going to take up a lot of horizontal space. So if you have a lot of scale figures, this one is going to take up, you know, is going to prevent you from putting like a lot of scale figures on one shelf. I do think the design, from what I'm seeing in this sculpt, is fantastic. I thought I noticed on one of these that there was like a seam line, that there were some seam lines that kind of looked a little bit ugly. Yeah, it was on this one, which is like someone actually took a photo of it at the figure event. So yeah, there are some kind of seam lines like on her pigtails, which do kind of look a little bit ugly. I don't know if they'll smooth those out. So yeah, but I think the character design looks excellent. I don't really tend to go for like pop-up parades. I feel like maybe these ones might be like exceptions because, you know, they're closer to scale figures, but maybe not at the same quality as scale figures. But yeah, overall, very interesting character design, but, you know, it's definitely a space taker. Next up, we have a Miku figure, which is the Hatsune Miku Happy 16th Birthday version, scale version, by Good Small Company. So yes, very grand Miku overall with the various instruments, and seeing her colored, I think she looks fantastic. So we'll go into like more sort of user pictures just to see her, you know, photographed. And yeah, I do quite like it. I like the sculpt. I think the hair looks very nice. And I guess the one thing, you know, I'm not going to pick this up because it's going to be, you know, very expensive. And I tend to collect figures of Miku not in her OG outfit. And this, it's kind of close. I mean, it's a little bit different because you have all those frills, but this isn't something I'd want in my collection in terms of collecting Miku figures. And I guess like the one thing, maybe this design that, you know, I think it's nice. But for me personally, I'm not too big a fan of like the white frills on her. I don't know, something about them I'm just like not the biggest fan of on this design. I'm sorry if I offended people who really like the design of this Miku. But for me, it's just like, I don't know. That's not a good picture. But I do think paint-wise, so far from like these pictures and what they showed in like that promo photo, I think it looks excellent. And you know, I actually like how like small the base is. Granted, the one thing that I worry about with this one is the musical instrument wings. I feel like they have to put a support rod on those because that's going to really weigh this figure down. You know, without those support rods, it's going to snap off her back. So yeah, interested to see what Good Small does in terms of like structural stability and sort of like long-term display for this one. But yeah, do think she looks gorgeous, but it's not the type of Miku figure I want in my collection. Next we have a Hololive character. This is LA plus Darkness by Good Small Company. I just really want to point this one out for the character design. I really do dig it. She's got the long bell sleeves, which I think are very cute, and I do like the black and purple color scheme. And yeah, I think she looks overall fantastic. Hair sculpt looks great. I kind of like how it's kind of flowing out like in like a pattern like this in a way. But yeah, if you're a fan of this character, I feel like this is a nice one to look forward to. After that, another scale figure. This is the Toho Project Hakurei Reimu 1/7 Leisurely Shrine Maiden of Paradise version by Solaran Toys. And I think this is an excellent looking figure so far. The base doesn't look obnoxiously big, which was the first thing I saw. And yeah, it's not too big. I feel like it's like a very sort of like figure that's like kind of concise and like, if you know what I mean. Basically what I'm saying is it doesn't like really jut out too far from the sides. So yeah, I think that might be the only picture. Oh no, someone did take, okay, they did take user photos. But yeah, I think this looks excellent. From what I'm seeing with this, like, there's some shading to it. I think, you know, it's nice that they kept the base concise, and all the little details on her I think look excellent. I feel like I'm like contemplating this one. Depends on the price at the end of the day, but I feel like if you're a big Reimu fan, I feel like this one is definitely one to look forward to, because I think so far from these pictures and like how it's colored, I think she looks excellent overall. Now we're moving on to this one, which is the Plantopia Alpha 1/7 by Good Small Company. So this is how it's looking. It's a, you know, unpainted prototype. And I think it looks, you know, the sculpt looks great. I'll get to the character design, which looks like this, which does have a Sakura theme to her. And it's like, oh, you know, nice Sakura themed figure for the collection. Yeah, and look how nice. Face looks nice, the hair looks nice, sculpt wise. It does kind of give off like some like Black Rock Shooter vibes. I don't know if it's because it's like the artist. It's made by Lamb, who did the Lamb Rock Miku figure. And this is how it's kind of looking. Like that's the colored version of it. Now, this figure isn't without its gripes. Let me actually, hold on, before I do that, I thought I'd do like some, yeah, there's some more angles just to show you guys. But apparently this figure is up for pre-order or something, and she's 40,000 yen, which is, I mean, I clicked the USD at the time, and it's like $283 without shipping. And this figure looks like it's like a single, it's gonna be like a single shipment figure if you get it off of AmiAmi, if it even will be on AmiAmi. Yeah, it's just too bad about that price, because I was like, oh, it's a nice soccer themed figure, but then we get hit with that price tag. I don't think it's up, I don't think it's necessarily up for pre-order. I'm really confused, because it's like not even colored, and I guess they just maybe just listed a price or something. So yes, I'm very confused on this one. If anyone has like more info, again, I haven't done research beforehand, I'm just going off like right away on these lists. But yeah, I do think it looks gorgeous. The price though is scary, even though I don't have much in, I think I really only have one figure in August of 2024 that's, you know, under 200 USD. This one is like, you know, it's just unfortunate with the price, but I mean, I guess that's the prices of figures nowadays. Now we're moving on to the last two scales that were on Good Small's lists. We have the Uma Musume Pretty Derby Rice Shower Makeup Vampire version by Good Small Company. Now, I'm not too into Uma Musume, but I do dig the Halloween outfit overall, with the pumpkins, the black and white color scheme, and the gold. Honestly, I think she looks gorgeous. But again, I'm just like not too into Uma Musume to warrant picking this up. But all I can say is I appreciate the Halloween design overall. I think it's very cute. And the last one we have right here is the Sana Channel Natori Sana 1/7 Sana Channel version by Max Factory. So it's been colored, and I'll see if I could again pull up another nice photo of the figure. I mean, we'll do the promo photo first. I really love the colors on this and just all the details. Like all of like the balloons, you have the cake, you have the gifts, you have like some animal characters in there, and the character herself looks absolutely adorable in that outfit. Let's see, other photos we have, if I can load. Yeah, okay, yeah, look how nice this looks. Even as like a photo, like a user photo, I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. So I guess if you're a big fan of this character, you have this one to look forward to. I think she's like another VTuber of sorts, but I do think it looks excellent. And you know, if you love really detailed figures or figures with just a lot of items, I feel like it's a nice pickup overall. Please do not upload. Okay, just said that. Okay. So yes, that overall concludes Good Small's Wonderful Hobby Life for You 37. There's definitely some that I'm looking forward to. I feel like it's mostly on the Nendoroid side of things, but I feel like the ones I really like from this list are the Reimu figure. I mean, I feel like that's like the only scale figure like I really do like. And, you know, I would say the Plantopia one as a sort of second, but the price tag just is scaring me off. But yeah, so far, yeah, there were like a bunch of nice ones that, you know, I want to talk about because, you know, I do like the designs for most of them and how they were colored so far. So yes, now we're moving on to my bigger list, which is the Wonder Festival 2023 Summer.